David Petraeus, the former CIA director, retired four-star general, pleaded guilty in federal court for leaking classified information to his mistress and biographer. What was he sentenced to, Domenico?
Well, he got 2 years probation and a $100,000 fine for leaking classified information to the woman who he wound up having an affair with. So, some are upset with the Justice Department because they feel like he got favorable treatment because of his high-ranking position. I think it's kind of fascinating that David Petraeus, I think as a political figure, right, if people were thinking about who could be a presidential candidate, who you would think about, going back to like the Colin Powell mid-90s thing, right, you would have people pointing to David Petraeus. There'd be all kinds of stories written about, well, will he, won't he?
The
Is
new
he thinking about
Eisenhower,
it?
that's what people were thinking,
right? Who's he hiring as an advisor as he steps away? None of that is happening now, and you wind up with what we have.
Or is it a story of, political comebacks, right? America loves a comeback. I mean, he goes on and he apologizes and he says, I know I've done the wrong thing. I've paid my fine. In fact, paid more than the recommended $40,000. They ended up upping the fine to make sure that he felt sufficiently punished. But you're exactly right. This is somebody that was looked at as just like this high bar.
Yeah, I think he would have had to be convinced to run. I don't think he would have run. So
I think he was definitely an ambitious guy. Yeah. It may still be ambitious, but I think makes it very hard for him to pursue a political career, although, goodness knows we've been surprised before. But Karen, some people say that the Justice Department has treated other people who have leaked information and are of lower rank much more harshly, including jail time.
And my colleague Adam Goldman, in his story in this morning Washington Post, said some of the people who felt that way were the FBI agents on the case who really thought he was not dealt with harshly enough. And it's apparently still unclear whether he may even get to keep his security clearance. So again, I mean, he's got a pretty nice gig with a financial firm now. So the $100,000 he can probably afford.